Antonio Spurs. Greg Popovich, I'm assuming it's probably going to be one of his last couple years coaching this basketball team. I don't know what his contract looks like, but I can't see him being there too much longer. Obviously, the Spurs went 34 and 48 last year. They traded their best player, DeJounte Murray. They extended, if I'm not mistaken, Keldon Johnson, but that
Yep.
kicks in the year after. Their highest paid player. Can you guess who their highest paid player is?
It's Keldon Johnson. Oh, wait, no. After he
No,
gets,
this year right now.
I just looked at the roster.
Doug
It gotta
McDermott,
be. Doug, how much is he getting?
$13 million.
Wow, they gotta fill that cap up. And they're gonna be that tank. That race for number one pick is gonna be crazy. They're gonna be ooh.
So yes, the Spurs are gonna suck. The Spurs are gonna be bad. The Spurs are not gonna be a good basketball team. They are in the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. But I guess if you look, but I guess if you just look kind of at their roster, I think they do have some guys that you can be excited about and hope that you can see some progress from. Obviously, Joshua Primo, who, if I'm not mistaken, was the youngest guy in the league last year. I mean, he's born in 2002. So that's what makes him, like 19 years old right now. A guard. He's a guy that you hope that you can see, progression from. Keldon Johnson, obviously, you want to see him continue to grow. I think Keldon Johnson. Yeah, Keldon Johnson was actually my pick for most improved player last year. Obviously, he didn't win that, but that was one of the reasons why I went after him in fantasy, because I just thought that with the people who left with DeMar leaving the Spurs, that was going to open up 18 shots for somebody else. That and I thought that Keldon would be one of those people who would step up, which he did, and he has another opportunity to do that this year. Also, Devin Vassell is a guy that you hope that you can see continued improvement from this year. The rookie Blake Wesley. They also didn't draft the rookie from that's not the man. Man's from overseas. What's his name? Hold on, let me look at the draft, because I'm pretty sure they drafted 2000.
I thought they got somebody too.
Yeah, it was a guy from like New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, no. He got traded to Oklahoma City. That's my bad.
Oh, okay,
They picked Jeremy Scotian who was a forward from Baylor and went to Poland. No, he's from Poland, but he went to Baylor. He was a freshman. So again, the Spurs just have like a lot of young guys that you just hope to see progression from. Like, they're gonna be like who the Rockets and like Thunder were last year. Just run the young guys out there and just see what you can get out of them. And just hopefully you can teach them the right way to play the NBA game. Obviously, the Spurs have had one of the better training staffs in the NBA for the last 10 years. So you just want to see continued improvements, and hopefully you lose a lot of games while you continue to improve.
Yeah, if you're a Spurs fan, you just want to compete a little bit, and you want to see growth from the young players. Like, you want to be able to, like, if you match up with the Bucks, you want to be able to take them all the way down to the last minute and still lose. You want to be able to see guys like Keldon Johnson go at a Giannis. You want to see guys like Jacob Poeltl get 5 blocks every once in a while. You want to see guys like, and also have a Zach Collins, who's kind of like a guy who had a lot of people were high on a couple years ago. Portland fans really loved him. Could never really get his together because his foot injury, right? Injuries. But he should have the opportunities to be there for him. And also they also picked up Josh Richardson. He's a vet, can knock down the 3 ball. Probably be a good influence on the young guys. Maybe like a Devin Vassell would be a good influence on him. I also think Poeltl is like one of the most. I had a take on him a couple podcasts ago. I think he's one of the most underrated centers in the league. I said I'd take him over Gobert. I could explain that.
You would explain a lie, but okay.
Poeltl is a lot cheaper than Gobert is. So if I do have to take him off the court late in games, I still have money elsewhere that I'm placing in my guards and other places that I can still be nice. Poeltl protects the rim just as good. Poeltl is very versatile. He can finish around the rim better than Gobert.
No, he can't.
It's around the same. Gobert is a little more athletic.
Jakob Poeltl shoots. He does shoot 61% from the field. Okay.
Yeah, Poeltl is very solid, and he's honestly probably the best fantasy player on this team. He'll probably produce the most out of everybody. I'll say he's the best player.
I can agree with that.
Best player on this team. Yeah, he should be very fun to watch. The Spurs and the influence has been very great on him. Every time I know the Lakers played them, he gave us trouble every single time. Every time I checked the Spurs, every time I did check his stat sheet, he was there. So Purtle will be very fun to watch. Zach Collins, hopefully we can get if we can get a healthy year from him, could be some sort of a possibly maybe a breakout type thing. If they can get Keldon Johnson, if he continues to improve, they can get about 16-7 from him a night, maybe 18-8 somewhere around that range. That would be amazing. They just want to see growth and they want to see compete and when they want to compete, like they want to go out there. If they do play one of the top teams in the league, hopefully give them a run for their money and then lose
And
towards the end.
lose.
Yeah, and lose. But yeah, the Spurs is going to be a bad year for them, but they'll probably end up with the number 1 pick and get and they'll be right back there. I think Pop should probably take a year off to leave them relieve them of that stress, and maybe come back after they get the number 1 pick. But
I
hey,
think
yeah,
Pop should just
they
leave in
just
general.
a full blown rebuilding team.
I think Pop should just leave in general, honestly.
Just step down from coaching or go somewhere else.
Step down, bro. Like, nah, but no, like honestly, what I think the play possibly could be, obviously, Quinn Snyder step down in Utah. To me, this is like a Quinn Snyder type job. If they get, the number 1 pick, Pop, play this last year out, retire, go, into the sunset. You've done incredible things. You are probably a top 5 coach in the history of the NBA. Go Spurs, go get Quinn Snyder, and go out there with hopefully a high draft pick, whether it's number 1 pick, 2 pick, 3 pick, 4th pick. Go out there with a very high draft pick, new coach, and young guys and just young energy. But I'm with you. Shout out to you for mentioning Jakob Poeltl. I do think he'll probably be the steadiest player on this team. And if you want to tank more, I think that's a great trade piece that you do have is Jakob Poeltl. I think a lot of teams could use a center like a Jakob Poeltl that don't have a center right now, or don't have a center that's as as cheap. And I think a team like the Hornets, if you trying to do something right now, could use a guy like Jakob Poeltl.
Oh, most definitely. Hornets or no, I think the perfect fit for Jakob, even though we'll probably be Brooklyn. Like if Brooklyn was to plug a guy like Jakob in there, that would be sensational. He could exactly. If they want to go smaller, just take him out, run Ben at the 5 and the 4th. But yeah, I don't know. Brooklyn don't really have that many assets.
They might get that many assets, but Brooklyn would be a good place as well. So I think they also have, again, some trade pieces as well, like Doug McDermott, Josh Richardson. Like they have some people where it's like, yo, if we get around the trade deadline and we want to ensure we never win again, we have some people that we can trade to also ensure that we never win again and build up on some more assets and future things as well. But yeah, again, I don't know how many Spurs games I'll be actually tuning in to watch this year. I can't see them winning more than 25, 30 games this year. I mean, they won 34 last year and they had an all-star. So this year, I probably can't see them winning more than 25 games personally. What would be your record prediction for the Spurs?
I say probably 25 to 30. They got 34 last year. I think just because they do have shooting, they do have Greg Popovich still. They do have a couple guards like between Richardson and I think Devin Vassell can take a jump as well. He was really solid last year for the Spurs. I can probably get 25 and 30 just because they do have shooting and those things I just named. But that's the ceiling. I think I wouldn't be surprised if they got between 15 and 20 as that's probably what they should expect. But if a couple things go better than they should for that team, which is possible considering got the Poeltl, Johnson, if these guys take leaps and everything goes and Pop, who's probably still one of the best coaches in the league. I'm pretty sure most people wouldn't disagree with that. If everything goes right, they can get between 25 to 30, but I think it'll probably be somewhere between 15 and 22.
Fair. 15 to 22, fair. Well, I guess we can leave it there for the Spurs movie.